Hi, welcome back to My Mom Life. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jordan, and today I am making baked ziti in the pressure cooker. Let's get started. Okay, to make this pressure cooker baked ziti, we're going to need these ingredients here. I will go over them with you. I have one 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes. The recipe called for crushed tomatoes. I'm going to try diced tomatoes because I don't have crushed tomatoes. Also, I have penne instead of ziti, but I think it will work just fine. And you will need a 16-ounce box of that. 2 cups of chicken broth. 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. The recipe called for basil and oregano. I'm just going to use Italian seasoning because that is what I have. Salt, pepper, garlic. You'll need to spray your pot with cooking spray. And then at the end, I have some Parmesan cheese that will go on top. Let me get my Ninja Foodi pressure cooker out and we will get started. Okay, the first thing that the recipe says to do is to spray your pan. So do that. And then it says that you need to add the ingredients in the order that it states. So we don't want to add the pasta in first because that will burn to the bottom of the pot. We want to add the chicken broth in first. So I will do that. And that's 2 cups. I will have the recipe down in the description box for you as always. And then after the chicken broth, you're going to add in your heavy whipping cream. And it's very important not to stir your ingredients together. You want there to be layers to this kind of. So, okay, so now I'm going to add in the salt, pepper, and garlic. So there is 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and then about 2 cloves of garlic. I use this minced garlic in a jar, but you can do fresh or dried garlic, whatever you have on hand. Now we want to add our pasta in, and this is where you definitely do not want to stir. You want the pasta to kind of sit on top. It will sink down, obviously, but you don't want to stir it in. So I'm going to add in the pasta. So just gonna kind of, I got it all on one side kind of. There we go. Now it says to evenly pour the tomatoes over the pasta. And then we are going to add in the oregano and basil, or if you're using Italian seasoning like I am, then you would add that in. So I'm just going to sprinkle some on top. Now I'm going to pop on the lid and make sure that my valve is set to seal. Okay, now we're going to turn our Ninja Foodi on. And then you're going to hit pressure, and we're going to go down to 5 minutes. Oops. And then we're going to hit start. It's going to take some time to build up the pressure, and then it will count the 5 minutes down. And then after it is done, we're going to let it sit for 10 minutes to naturally release some of that pressure. And then we will go ahead and switch it over to vent to release the rest of the pressure. So I will see you back here after our cooking time is done and after it sits for 10 minutes. Okay, we're almost to our 10-minute mark. So now we are going to go ahead and we're going to switch our valve here to vent. Okay, our safety valve went down, so we can open up our pressure cooker. Oh, it smells so good. Now I'm going to give it a stir. The pasta looks perfectly cooked. Now I'm going to grate some Parmesan cheese, or if you have the sprinkle kind or the kind that's already shredded, you can put that in. But I am going to go ahead and grate some Parmesan cheese into the pot. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give this, you see, baked ziti in the pressure cooker a try. Oh my goodness, this is so good. You've got to try this recipe. It was super fast, all in one pot. I didn't have to boil the noodles, put them in the pot with the sauce and the cheese and the tomatoes, then put it in the oven. This was so easy and so fast. I highly recommend this recipe. I will link where I found it down in the description box. Okay, I had to refilm this part because I was shoving pasta in my face. But if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already, I would love to have you stick around. So subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.